This is my shop. We're in Asda's. I'm gonna show you around. Let's go. Porridge oats is probably my main form of carbs because I think it works the best out of everything. Check those ingredients. Rolled oats. You want 100% rolled oats. That's what these are. As long as they're 100%, you're sorted, and they're going to be the cheapest ones. If you go for something like these bready oats, 60% rolled oats. So you're losing out on loads of gains there just because they're filling it with all different things to make it creamier and shit like that. And it's way more expensive. It's like twice, 3 times the price. Next, another cereal I have, because it's like 95% whole wheat, so I allow myself to have it. It's gone. There it is. This one here, Weetabix. Most people probably got these. I don't know, in America, I'm sure you got Weetabix, right? 95% whole grain. I'm not saying these are better than oats, but these are great, like last thing at night sometimes if I find I haven't got enough carbs in for the day. It's a great way to just quickly get a nice load of carbs in me. Whereas having porridge maybe just before bed might be a bit heavy, you know. Another form of carbs while we're in this aisle, popcorn. Get some popcorn. Nowadays, there are plenty that are relatively low calorie. These ones in particular, the Met carbs, that's the ones I get. I did get these ones, apple pie flavour and stuff, but the calories are a bit higher, so it's a bit harder to fit it in. They're quite nice if you're chilling in the evening and you feel like you want something or you're craving on a diet. Just go with the popcorn. You're not going to smash a ton of calories in, but you're going to get your carbs in and you're going to get satisfied, you know, your cravings and things like that as well. Bread, I go with wholemeal. Don't go with the white shit. Some people say you shouldn't have bread. They say it's bad for you, bread and milk. They say you shouldn't have it. I have both those things. I find that I can diet absolutely fine on them. Because as long as you're counting calories and counting macros, your proteins, your fats and your carbs, it doesn't really matter. When you start maybe getting really low body fat and stuff and then it really matters, then maybe you can drop out things like bread and milk and things like that. So I go for that because I love having that. Mostly toast. I'll put some jam and stuff on it, or maybe I'll have toast and eggs. Another bread I have is out of stock. Basically these buns, but they're brown bread ones, make homemade burgers and just pile up these nice healthy burgers. I've also taken lately to having these are bagels. They're not whole wheat though, but they're thin slices, so this means there's less calories in each one, so I don't have to waste so many calories. These I just love having with the cream cheese and then some smoked salmon on. It's just a nice tasty thing to have, and as long as I can fit in my calories, it's all good. It'd be nice if they're brown ones, but there's no such thing right now. Honey, I just buy that just to stick in my oats. And then while we're here, peanut butter. Great source of good fat, but pretty much every single peanut butter here is full of shit and shit fat, except these ones. These are 100% peanuts, 100% nuts. These are what I want to go for. I get much bigger pots though. They kind of look like these ones, except they're even bigger again, but I get them from somewhere else. I go through a shit ton of that because I love putting it on toast. I put it in my burgers. I put it on a lot of things actually. You can put it on chicken, make it taste even way better. Another standard I do tend to go with is rice. Brown rice or white rice. I don't find there's much of a difference because the calories are pretty much the same, but white rice does taste better, have a better texture. But if I'm honest, I'm not eating rice all the time, even though I do think brown rice and white rice are probably a good source of carbs and good way to grow. I'm just not a fan of it. I find the meals real boring unless you've got a nice load of sauce on top of it, you know. But what I do eat a lot of is brown pasta. Love brown pasta. Get some low fat pasta sauce, stick some turkey in there, stick some extra virgin olive oil. Lovely jubbly meal. This is the low fat sauce I go with, if you were interested. Tastes great. Carb sauce that I did forget. Sweet potatoes. These might be the same as in America, you might call these yams. I don't know if they're the same thing. I think they might be. It's orange inside. Do you call them yams? Let me know that as well. I'm not 100% what you call stuff. But this is a sweet potato over here. I'd probably rate this as number 2 on the best carbs list, personally. Oats, sweet potato. If you're eating both of those, you can't go wrong. Another good source of fat I go with is extra virgin olive oil. Go for the extra virgin because it's a bit more pure, a bit more healthy than just going for normal olive oil. This stuff too. Which one do we use? We use this one, the butter tasting one. This is the 1 calorie spray. I use this like multiple times a day. Instead of putting oil in the pan, if you can get a really, really good non-stick pan, that's even better. But put a bit of this in, 1, 2, 3 sprays, that's only 3 calories. I don't even bother counting it. I mean, what's a couple of calories gonna be? You know, it's not gonna be much. I mean, you leave some of your food stuck around the edge of the bowl sometimes, you know what I mean? They're gonna be a couple of calories, but we ain't counting those. Like I mentioned earlier, I do drink milk. I have it with my protein shakes because it makes them taste way better, especially if you do them in a blender. And I have them with my porridge, my Weetabix. I don't put them in my eggs, my scrambled eggs, but you could do that. But I do count those calories. I got a little weigher, you know, to get the milliliters and stuff like that, so I know exactly what I'm getting. Go for the skim milk, no fat. You might say it tastes gross, whatever. That's your call. You either have that or you don't. There's no point in having that fat one, because that's bad fat. You know, you want to make up your calories with the good fats if you can. This is another one of my main sources of fat. It's not butter, I think it's like margarine or something. I normally think they're bad, but this particular brand, Proactive Flora, for every portion, there's 6 grams of fat. 5 grams of that fat are mono and polyunsaturated fats, which are good fats that you need to have. And only 1 gram of it is saturated fat. So overall, 5 grams out of 6 grams is good fat. So I go with that, stick it on my toast. Just tastes great. I even put some in my pasta sometimes. Just sound like I just said I put some of that in my butt. I even put some in my butt. I was gonna say butter. I'm not in my butt, so I don't put this stuff up there. Weight Watchers cheese. I go through another shit ton of that because I gotta stop saying shit ton. I go through loads of Weight Watchers cheese as well because this is low fat cheese. Good protein, goes amazing with the pasta. Put it in my burgers, put it in my eggs. I do go through a lot. It is a bit expensive, this one, because it's Weight Watchers one, but I haven't found a good other low fat one yet. Maybe you guys know of one, go for that otherwise if you do. So to make my burgers, I just get the turkey mince. You don't need to add anything, you just mash it up into burger shapes, stick it on the pan, you got burgers. Make sure you're getting the super lean ones though, 3% fat this one, or less than. I made the mistake again, these ones, which are much darker, way more calories. I was shocked by how many calories, I couldn't believe it, and it turned out it's because I was buying the wrong one, I didn't even realise it. Also, I decided recently to change to turkey steaks now, turkey breasts, instead of going for chicken breasts, which I did eat a lot of before. And that's because this is pretty much the same price for the same quantity, but there's way more protein per gram in turkey than there is in chicken. So even though the prices might be about the same, but the quantity might be less, like you're getting less turkey for your money, you're actually getting just as much or more protein. So that's why I've changed to this. So that's a little tip there for you. Change to the turkey. Don't worry if you can't buy in big bulk, because I used to buy the chicken in bulk. Don't worry if you can't do that with the turkey. Just go for these packs, because it'll all add up to about the same price, because like I said, you're getting way more protein for your money. Smoked salmon. I love eating this stuff now, because there's so many omega-3s in this, so much good fat. But I'm not a fan of eating cooked fish. Like when I was in Japan, when I was living there, I was eating loads of fish, loads of salmon, but most of it was going to be raw. It was in the form of sushi and stuff like that. But when it comes to cooked fish, it's not my cup of tea. So I go with this stuff now because I love this stuff. Gets in me omegas, get my omegas in me, and it tastes great. Like I said, I put those on the bagels, I put those on eggs. I don't know what I put them on. I just put them on shit. But I know this is expensive stuff compared to just getting normal fish. So if you're happy eating fish, go for it. Buy some frozen fish, buy it in big bulk, just eat that. That's absolutely fine. It's just I don't like it, that's all. And I'm willing to spend the extra bit of money on that just because I like it so much. And I think getting fish in you is quite important as well. We're almost done, we're almost done. Let's go and do the last couple of things. Run with me. I forgot about these. Jelly, or Jello, as my American friends out there, you know who you are. Jello, you call this. Jelly, we call it. You call jam jelly. I also buy jam, but you call that jelly. But this is jelly, not Jello. So I get these ones because they're low on sugar, only 10 calories in a pot. And like if I've just finished a meal, not always, but sometimes, you know, when you're just sitting there and you're still craving, you want something sweet, just I don't know, like sort of change up your taste in your palate. This is what I go for because it's just, it gets that nice sweet craving satisfied, and they're super low on calories. Massive source of protein. Have these once or twice a day sometimes. I buy the cheap ones, big packs. These aren't them, they're at the front of the store. Big packs, cheaper. Hey, watch yourself, there's a cracked egg down there. That's a free egg. That's a free egg. We might as well just take that, take it home. Go for eggs. Great source of fat, great source of protein, and you can just get rid of some of the yolks if you want to just drop your fats down, because obviously that's where the higher calorie sort of amount is going to lay in that yolk because of the high fat content. But if you just have the whites, low calorie, plenty of good source of protein. That's why you see so many physique guys and bodybuilders start their day with oats and eggs, because they're both just like some of the best forms of protein and carbs. And then you've got the fats that come with the eggs as well, to just go on top of that as well. So try starting your day with porridge and eggs if you don't already. See if you notice a difference. Just see if you notice a difference. Let me know if you do. I buy pineapple rings just because I make the homemade burgers, and these just go in them so nice. And the calories are relatively low. This is what I do as well, and I eat this meal like most days. Those whole wheat buns, homemade turkey burgers, Weight Watchers, low fat cheese, egg, pineapple, barbecue sauce, 2 of those. If you're just having a big nice meal and you're not spreading it out all the way throughout the day, it's so nice, so satisfying, and it's so healthy as well. There's so many good things in it. These as well, and there's normally some brownie ones, come in wicked handy. Don't have to get this exact brand, but if you want to go to like the cake section or like the cereal bars, take a look just to see if there's some sort of cheap diet sort of one, because these are 90 calories per bar, and you can really just, you can have like a brownie, you can have like a nice lemon drizzle cake, and it's just so satisfying, especially when you're on a restricted diet. So it's worth checking that section to see if you can find something. Still gotta have sauces even when I'm cutting, because sauces just make meals taste better. This one, 50% less sugar, it's low calorie. Get this ketchup, loves it on the eggs, on most meals, in the burgers. I actually do still use barbecue sauce and stuff like that when I'm having the burgers, because the calories aren't gonna be huge, and I wanna enjoy my food. And if I enjoy my food, that's when I'm gonna stick to my diet. And that's what's way more important, sticking to the diet, rather than the foods you choose to use for the diet. That's way more important. I don't know if you noticed, but something I haven't come to yet is talking about veg. Apart from those sweet potatoes, which don't class as the veg because they're like the carb source. Greens. Greens are super good for you. A variety of all coloured veg would be amazing for you. I hate veg. I'm not a big fan of veg. I mean, like peas, like garden peas, they're the only veg I like, pretty much. But I do eat other types of veg sometimes on a cooked dinner if it's covered in gravy and stuff, obviously. But anyway, what I was going to say is, I don't tend to buy this stuff because I'm a bit fussy on my veg. I don't always eat it with all my meals. I tend not to buy this because I tend to just, it goes out of date, it goes old, and I throw it out. So what I do buy is frozen veg because it keeps longer, so I don't have to worry about wasting the food. Plus, I just feel like it tastes better, better texture. Don't take a leaf out of my book and think that you don't need veg, because I do think veg is super healthy and it is something we need to be having. Don't get me wrong, I don't eat no veg whatsoever, but whatever. I just want to enjoy what I'm doing, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, as I get towards the contest now, because I'm contest prepping, you know, my diet's not as restrictive at the moment, but as it gets further down the line, closer to the show, I'm gonna have to be dropping my calories a bit more, low fat, maybe low carbs. So I'm probably gonna bring in the fresh spinach, fresh broccoli, fresh asparagus, all those good greens that you see people eating. All right. I was watching a Rob Lipset video the other day, and something he found was in Lidl's, he got some pizzas. Well, you know what pizzas are, I don't need to show you. And there was 600 calories per pizza, so he's fitting them in on his diet. And I was like, I didn't even think of looking for pizzas that had calories that low. So I did grab some from Lidl's the other day. I'm definitely sticking those in my diet. I won't have them every day, but when you're craving, how good's that gonna be to be able to fit in pizza? I'm losing weight, but I had pizza the other day and stuff like that as well. So you can still eat the foods you want, you just gotta get your calories right. Learn to know what your macros are, so you try different amounts. If you don't think carbs are working for you, bring them down. Use MyFitnessPal, put it in there, and you're on your way. You know you're doing what you need to be doing. I know this isn't the standard foods people eat sometimes. This is just what I like to eat, and it works for me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want to know about or find out about. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Give me a thumbs up as well if you liked it, because that would mean a lot. It would help me get the video out to other people so I can help them on their journey as well, just like I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna go out on this footage of my back session today. Hope you like it. See you soon. Peace.
Okay.